What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Market Monday, the normal edition. This is gonna be pretty much from Monday to Wednesday. We're gonna go over investments, sell-off dates, etc. Now, normally we would have a Market Monday that would go basically throughout the whole week, but we do have Most Feared again, part 2 dropping this Friday. So we'll have again a Most Feared special edition dropping Thursday night. And if you didn't watch the Most Feared prediction video before this video came out, make sure to watch that. It goes over investment, a full breakdown basically of like 3 to 4 cards at every position, 2 cards pretty much at every team for the Most Feared investments. But let's hop in and look at the training market really last week. We always look at last week's content and how the market reacted so we can learn from that, learn from our mistakes, and kind of improve our investments and coin making guides basically throughout the year. So Monday and really last week, training did not go down that much. And why is that? Well, Michael Vick and Charles Woodson being in packs on the weekend pretty much crashed the training to 17-18 coins for training. And when it went back up to 20 with kind of the anticipation of Most Feared dropping in the following week, right, training pretty much stayed at 19, 20 to 20, right? You see people were starting to invest in training more and more throughout last week because there was kind of an anticipation of a Most Feared reroll, which was true. So that's really why training, you didn't see the Monday to Tuesday crash, because Charles Wilson and Michael Vick made the market so low, it really couldn't have gone much lower. So that's pretty much why the market last week in terms of the training market in the beginning of the week was really steady. Now, if you look at the 88 team of the weeks on the screen and been on the screen for a little bit, they're all the way up to 80K. Now, I'll go into why we don't actually want to hold these cards on for more than basically a couple days, more than a week. Now, you could sell off later, but we'll get into that in the video later on. Now, Wednesday, we did get our a wild card Wednesday rising star cards, as well as our Will Fuller limited time card. That was pretty much the goal on Wednesday, was to sell off if you had any Tuesday training, basically sell off those. If you want to buy limited time cards on Wednesday for the team of the week, you always buy limited time cards on the second day. And of course on Thursday, right, we got Deion Jones and Tyler Lockett being the 2 limited time cards. Now at this point, Most Feared had been announced on Thursday, so the training market kind of held still because they announced that there was a reroll, so there wasn't really a drop in terms of training from any Thursday to Friday. But if you watched my Thursday edition of Most Feared Market Monday, I told you the plan all Friday morning was to get training, right? We knew training on Friday morning because of the pack spam, right? When everyone logs in, they're going to open packs first. Cards are going to be sitting on the market, and these 92 cards on your screen were going for 200K, 195, 190. It really dropped the training to about 20 coins per training. Well, it pretty much stayed the same, right? There was an anticipation of it going up, and it was going to go up. It just wasn't going to go up right away. Why? Because people were just flooding on the market. And then later on in the week, right, Friday night, it got up to about 21. By Saturday midday, it was 22, and all the way really up to 23 Saturday night, the last day to pull the JJ Watt and the Travis Kelce in packs. And Sunday, we predicted it would kind of go back down, and it did. It went back down to about 22 because it was really peaking at about 23 coins for training, really for the 92 overall market in terms of Most Feared, because that was the best way to buy training. So that's really a training rundown of last week. A very odd week because we had Most Feared anticipation and all that. But let's hop in and look at the team of the week cards they announced. I know it's a little later video. We usually have this Market Monday out earlier, but I had Most Feared predictions. But Vernon Butler Jr., the limited time card. Now, you would think, the Vernon Butler Jr., not a great card for a limited, maybe investment. Now, I think otherwise. Cameron Hayward and Shaq Barrett were both 400K when they were out, and that's what I think Vernon Butler Jr. is going to be, about 400K. And those cards all ended up going to above 500K in a couple days. So I think we're going to look into Vernon Butler's price, but he's not a bad card. Now, Vernon Davis is the fastest stock speed tight end. Niners theme team is slowly becoming almost as good as, it's not almost as good as Raiders, but it's getting there, right? We get Randy Moss, Taylor Mays, those type of cards. Niners team is really good. And then Len Barney, the fastest stock speed cornerback in the game. So 2 really good legend set cards in terms of our team of the week investments are backing. Last week wasn't the best, right? KGB, sorry for your dogs in the background, but KGB was probably the best set team of the week card from last week. And then Jonathan Taylor being the current day hero. We did not get CeeDee Lamb. Now, in my opinion, right, the team of the week is a very small pool that Madden can choose, right? CeeDee Lamb already had a team builder. The only other card I could really think getting a card would be Cooper Kupp. Maybe Cooper Kupp is kind of destined to get a Most Feared card since he didn't get a team of the week. But Jonathan Taylor had about 28 fantasy points, a pretty good card. Running backs are pretty much all the same. Derrick Henry is probably still a little better. But we're going to go in now to a day-to-day guide for the first 3 days, really, of this. And if you're new to my channel, right, Mondays are a chill day. I really don't play Madden at all. It's pretty much I make videos and I watch Monday Night Football. I sell off a couple of last-minute investments that I made over the weekend, that being like, if you have any heavyweight rerolls left over, right, any cards like core elites that you made from the 80 to 82 investment on Friday, right, I'm just trying to sell off, and you want to get fully liquid because you want to have all the coins possible to invest on Tuesday. Tuesday is that big invest day, right? So pretty much Tuesday and Friday are the 2 days where we are going to invest the most into the market. So Monday night, we want to be fully liquid going into Tuesday pretty much. And then Tuesday, there's going to be kind of two things we're going to do on Tuesday this week. First, we have our most feared investments. If you watched the prediction video, you kind of know some of the most feared core elites that we're targeting, right? Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, Jair Alexander. For the lower type of cards, right, we like Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Derwin James. Some of my locks, right, I really like Laramie Tunsil, Mark Andrews, Gronkowski. I went over basically 3 to 4 cards per position, as well as 2 cards pretty much per every team that have a chance or are eligible to get an upgrade, because pretty much most feared cards, if you didn't know, all the most feared cards that we've gotten so far don't have any previous cards in the game other than their base cards. So if they've gotten a team of the week, a superstar, and ultimate cup, they are not beginning most feared. So it's really a limited pool of cards that can be selected for a most feared upgrade in terms of like what they get a 90, they have to be a certain overall and everything. And now we have Tuesday team of the week investing as well. So you're kind of going to have to split half and half maybe between core elite, most feared investments, and team of the week investments. Now, core elite, most feared investments are a longer 2-week process. Now, team of the week investing, which I'm going to be probably doing 70% team of the week investing, 30% most feared. But team of the week investing is the best, it's the 1-day turnaround, the fastest way to make coins. Last week, we were buying Marquise Brown and Darius Slays, as you just saw in a clip, for about 45K to about 47, pretty much 47K in under. And then we ended up selling off at 60K just the next day, right? It's a 1-day turnaround. Now, you may think like, oh, Marquise Brown's 80K, Darius Slays 94K. Well, this is a week after, right? In terms of coin making methods and how like you want to be fluid with your coins, right? The best methods really are the 1-day turnaround investments, right? We buy Marquise Brown for 45, we sell him for 60. We were actually getting like 67K in value by doing the team of the week set, but we were getting a 1-day turnaround, right? If you take that coins, right, it was about, I think it was 15%. So if you invest $1 million and you get 150K profit back just in 1 day, it's better than maybe holding Marquise Brown for a week. Yeah, you made 30% more, you made double profit, but you can take the coins that you earned from Tuesday to Wednesday and put those coins into investments on Friday and Saturday, and you will make more coins, right, Saturday and Sunday with the coins you made on Wednesday than holding the cards throughout the week. So maybe you keep 1 or 2 cards, but really I would sell after that 1 day, because we know we have most feared this weekend. Of course, Wednesday, we're selling off our team of the week. So that's what I do basically, at least on this week with most feared coming out over the weekend. I want to sell off and get basically fully liquid by that Friday. Now, buying team of the week limiteds, you always buy limited time cards on the second day they're out, never the first. I've been burned by this on a couple of cards, but you always buy limiteds on the second day. Last week, we bought Will Fuller for 750K Wednesday afternoon, and if you see his price right now, or if you've seen Will Fuller on the market, he's going for about 1 mil 50K, 1.1 mil. Now, in terms of when to sell limited time cards, really, because that's a big key as well. Like, you don't know when to sell. It's pretty much up to you, right? The longer you sell, okay, so if you hold limiteds, the longer you hold them, you do risk that a better card in that position gets an upgrade, and it will kind of decrease the card's price. Now, I typically target for my Wednesday limited time cards to sell off pretty much over the weekend. Same with the limited times on Thursday. For the selling off on team of the weeks, by the way, when you're buying team of the weeks, we were buying these cards late in the afternoon and we were selling late in the afternoon. If you try to sell the team of the weeks early Wednesday morning, they won't be as much up in price. Same if you buy the team of the week 88s right when they come out, they will not be as low as they will later on in the day, right? People are going to spam the sets, right? Let them spam the sets, and now later in the day, that's when we really target the 88s to buy and sell. Now, when to sell limited investments, I've been already talking about this, but it's pretty much all up to you, right? For the limited time cards that come out on Thursday, right? I bought Deion Jones for $315, of course, Friday, because they came out on Thursday. We buy on the second day. Deion Jones for $315, and Tyler Lockett I picked up for $400K. Now I'm gonna go too in depth, right? I'm gonna go over our limited investments on Thursday's video, so when I actually know the cards. But picked up Tyler Lockett for $440K, Deion Jones for $315, and I sold them both. I sold Deion Jones Sunday afternoon and Tyler Lockett Saturday night. Now, if you kept them, right, Tyler Lockett is now $640K. I sold for $687, so he's kind of stayed the price. Deion Jones has basically stayed the same price. So I like selling off the team of the week investments as well as the limited time investments over the weekend for the best kind of return at a good rate in terms of time spent, right? Because if you buy a card, right, for example, these JJ Watt and Travis Kelce's, now we were buying these cards on the second day, right, Saturday night. JJ Watts you could pick up for $280K, and Travis Kelce you could probably pick up for $285, $290. I have 3 JJ Watts and 2 Travis Kelce's. Now, if you want to sell these guys off in terms of right now, like Monday night, you can do that. You can take about the 15 to 20K profit, because you might need those coins to invest in team of the week investments, invest in most feared investments. But of course, the longer you wait on those cards, cards, they're probably more they're going to go up. JJ Watt, Travis Kelce, right? If you wait another week and a half, they'll probably be 400K. But if you can sell them off, right, Wednesday night, I'd say the days if you want to sell them off this week, Monday night and Wednesday night are probably the 2 best days. And then if not, you'd have to wait till the end of the weekend. So if you want to get those coins back for the cards to maybe put into the team of the week investments, right? Put in most of your quarterly investments or weekend investments in terms of training, you could probably want to sell off them, of course, Monday night, Wednesday night. But like if you hold them on over for like 2 weeks, yes, they're going to go for 400K, but you're only getting an extra 50K, and you've held those cards in your binder. Those are coins that you can't use in terms of other investments, right? That's only going to be an extra 50K. So is it worth it to hold for another 2 weeks and make an extra 50K, or is it better to sell off and just use the coins that you made to make more coins? That's my opinion. I always sell off usually half a week or a week after the card came out. But that's going to be all for Market Monday. A shorter video Monday to Wednesday. Remember, Thursday night I will have a most feared market breakdown on all the cards announced release, limited time investments, trading investments. It's awesome. It was an awesome video last week, awesome video this week. Now in terms of no money spent video will be out in about an hour's time. Now I know the uploads today have been a little late, but busy, 3 uploads in one day. But that's gonna be all for this episode. Subscribe if you're new, comment if you have any questions, like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace.